Yes, the mic is on now. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow us everywhere on all our social media platforms. We're available on Prince Miller Entertainment TV, on our Facebook page, Prince Miller Entertainment TV, and also on our YouTube page. We're also available on our Instagram page, which is Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Today is the 8th of October at 2025. This is a daily news, breaking news, everyday news. And yes, remember to follow us everywhere, man. Subscribe. We're back once again to all our subscribers who've been subscribing on our channel for the last 4 or 5 years. That's about a break for like a year break, but we're not back here. We're not back as usual. The news is too usual. Of course, we'll be talking more about what is happening in and around Zimbabwe. At the same time, social issues, things which really affects us as Zimbabweans, we have to talk about here on this channel on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. So I just want to thank you once again for joining us. Thank you once again for being here. Because so thank you once again for subscribing. And thank you once again for being here. So government, Zimbabwean government, if won against circulation of state documents on social media. The government has issued a stern warning over the distribution of false documents purportedly issued by certain state institutions, saying such acts constitute a breach of cyber laws. The alert follows the circulation on social media of a document claiming to be an intelligence and risk assessment report. In a statement, Publicity and Broadcast Service Minister Jennifer Musqueira said that the authorities would invoke the full force of the law against anyone found responsible of spreading the fake documents. Musqueira said the government of Zimbabwe has noted with concern the circulation of a fictitious document purporting to be an intelligence and risk assessment report. The violation of cyber legislation is condemned in the strongest terms. The public is urged to disregard the criminal, misleading, and defamatory publication or official government communication is generated and issued exclusively through official and verified channels. Yes, the people who are who spread fake documents on social media, was artificial intelligence. Someone else can just make a document or make a video and pretend that and I've seen it happening so many times on social media. So we just need to be very careful on what we share and on social media, because series fake. Cyber law, and that cyber law is very serious. It's a very serious offense, and so we need to be very, very careful. But not some WhatsApp groups, my Facebook groups, we cannot just be spreading city verified. Otherwise, to not pin them pama one name temo and so over the weeks we'll be talking a lot about Nyaya Energy Mutodi, and yes, the man went on X, which is I would say which is Twitter now, which was Twitter before, but now happens X. Nyaya Mutodi exposed corruption that Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development, George Matanga, is the man allegedly asking for kickbacks for every payment. I know what, but there are a contractor, a government contractor. Let's say that Jenga Tabasara wanted $3 million, and Matanga wanted 10% of that, which is like $300,000, and it was very quick. So market drink beside and so the Jakata told you on X, saying that the man is banking almost like $1 million, almost like $1 billion, and is US dollar per year because of my kickbacks are receive from government contractors. So within after that outburst on X, and a few days after that, Mutodi apologized, saying that as Zakataura, and he was apologizing to Wagwa Matanga. And during before that, on that X outburst, Mutodi, he even mentioned Britman, saying Britman wakatumba parliamentary committee yao vachikumbira kuti vaongorore this whole issue of Matanga kuti say the man is asking for like 20,000 for a kickback of $200,000 US dollar kuti you put many badara $2 million US dollar. So this is what the man said on X, and before he apologized the following day, the following days after the outburst on X. So recently, yesterday we did a video of Mutodi actually being dismissed as a chairperson for that committee in Parliament, and yes, we saw it happening. We saw it. It was going to happen one way or another. So many people even condemned the whole situation, including what people were saying, why would you fire someone else who's exposing corruption? Some people are covering corruption, some people are covering remember this whole situation is allegedly in a way, in a sense that havasi kunzi vari kutora mari hazvina umbouri uripo, maybe umbouri unenge uripo, because Mutodi, the man, he cannot just make things up. Ungoenda paTwitter, ungotweeta, maybe problem of you living, or maybe is he say, they say. So allegedly, and so Mutodi apologize daro akavanzi wambomira akavanzi dismissal actually chairperson for that committee in Parliament. And so Britman CEO Andre Zisman has dismissed allegations by Biti South MP Energy Mutodi, that's the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, George Gwamatanga, demanded a kickback from the company. So Andre Zisman of Britman is dismissing what Mutodi said on X. And so I think this is just like a cover back. This is just like a control, and because that Britman World Private Limited is the biggest contractor and they don't want to lose money. Like for you, 200,000 Kohari is nothing compared to the money the government is paying Britman. Britman is so wonder, and they say they can't risk $200,000. They can just say with minister wakati extra $200,000. So I also think this is just what we call a cleanup. And says wrong to the they I just want to make it very clear that there was nothing like that happening. There's nothing like that is happening. At the same time, so this is daily news, breaking news, everyday news. So I wanted to clarify about this because we have been talking about it here on this channel, and those and but at the same time the man lost his position in Parliament, but he's still the member of Parliament for Biti South in the Energy Mutodi. In corruption, so many people are benefiting from corruption in Zimbabwe. Not just the ministers, but even the regular person, even every person is benefiting from corruption in a way, one way or another. If you want to process your documents to be processed very quick, if you say drink, and should have something somewhere, if you say drink, should have drink everywhere, quite corruption, and so difficult. Kurama, usingabudise mari, nisaba utobudisa mari, kana uchida something. Otherwise, pakaipa. And so, in other news, the government has approved a reduction in business licensing fees, including slashing the liquor license application fee to just $20 across all sectors in a bid to ease the cost of doing business and boost economic growth. The move is expected to be a major relief of liquor wholesalers who currently pay up to $1,080 of a wholesale liquor license. The decision was announced during a post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday. According to the statement released after the briefing, the cabinet considered and endorsed a review of licenses, permits, levies, and fees in the retail and wholesale sectors. The liquor license, the liquor application fee, for instance, would drop from $1,080 to a wholesale license to $20 across all sectors. Cabinet also said it will consolidate the numerous retail licenses required to operate a retail outlet into a single license. At present, a supermarket means over 25 different permits to operate legally. And so a supermarket, can you diaspora, if you are thinking of operating a supermarket, we don't have a supermarket in Zimbabwe. At the moment, it means 25 different permits and 25 of them. Other measures include the total removal of the Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe permit fee of $200 for trading in veterinary products, the abolition of the local authority bakery license fee previously set at $703, and the capping of all local authority fees to ensure uniformity across the country. The government said that reviewed licenses, permits, and fees will undergo further refinements before being officially gazetted. So we wait for the government to officially gazette my license fees. I mean, it will be easier for people who want to come back to Zimbabwe to do business, and to investors who want to come to do business in Zimbabwe. But my fees are they won't go one, because I mean, for 25 pennies for you to operate a supermarket, it means that you have to go everywhere. Minister of Youth, Minister of this, Minister of that, and remember all those offices that you've been knocking. When I was doing my drinks, kuti process ifambe. Singa kakanise city of Harare, or city of Kadomo, wherever, one of Raso market ikoko. When I was something per side. So that, but the moment you open your supermarket, we don't want to put somebody or say, I'm not talking about stock and everything. I'm talking about the administration side of things, which it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. When you say groceries or tinga, you go to operate a supermarket for just permits. I know where from go now, and so we'll be keeping you guys up to date here with the latest regarding to the whole story about the licenses. And so back again to Mutodi story. Remember what Biti Wakambonge, very chairperson for that committee in Parliament. Remember Biti, he became so popular at that time when he was the chairperson, the chairman for that committee in Parliament, exposing corruption. And the man was outspoken about corruption, departments, which people began to love him most, saying that Biti needs to be the Minister of Finance, because what is happening here is totally disgraceful. Remember, this was after the Government of National Unity, when he was when he was no longer the Minister of Finance, but he was now the chairperson for that committee. Mutodi. So, former Finance Minister Biti has condemned the removal of Biti South MP Energy Mutodi from his position as chair of Parliament's Budget, Finance, and Investment Promotion Portfolio Committee, calling it unconstitutional overreach by what he described as a desperate cartel seeking to control Zimbabwe's public finances. Posting on X, Biti said members of Parliament have a constitutional duty to hold the executive and other institutions accountable under Section 119 of the Constitution. Biti wrote, Wanachi, the removal of Honorable Energy Mutodi as chair of Parliament's Budget and Finance Committee is an abject, unconstitutional overreach by a desperate cartel that has captured the state, and will do everything legal and extra legal to perpetuate its vice grip on the public coffers of this country. Members of Parliament have a constitutional obligation to hold the executive in every other institution to account in terms of Section 119 of the Constitution. Biti defended Mutodi's parliamentary intervention, saying he was raising issues of national importance, including alleged bribes demanded by George Tongesai Gwamatanga and direct payments made by Treasury to suppliers without line ministry oversight. He said, further members of Parliament have absolutely privilege and an unfettered right to freedom of expression when they stand and debate in the chambers of the August House. Honorable Mutodi enjoys this constitutional protection. He has an obligation to raise a matter of great national interest. The issue of George Tongesai Gwamatanga and the alleged bribes he's demanding is a matter in the public domain and requires parliamentary scrutiny. The issue of direct payments being made directly by Treasury to suppliers, obvious of line ministries, departments and agencies, has been captured in the Auditor General's report. These issues, which are reflected in the Auditor General's reports, including $2 billion in payments made in 2024 alone under Gwamatanga supervision as Paymaster General, transactions that contravene Treasury instructions, the Public Finance Management Act, and the Constitution. It is said, in other words, Honorable Mutodi did not disclose anything new. Everything he uttered in Parliament was a matter of direct and implicit public knowledge. His mistake was his retraction and apology. Understandably, as a loyal member of the Reprieve, it would be expecting too much from the same, and mosquito cannot cure malaria. Be that as it may, Honorable Mutodi's removal is a direct attack on the Constitution, which gives autonomy to the institution of Parliament. It is a direct attack on Parliament itself. The former minister went further, accusing the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Mutodi, of driving Mutodi removal as part of what he described as a toxic and ill-fated 2030 agenda and Mudenda's alleged ambition to succeed Vice President Kemba Mohadi. Biti warned that the agenda, which he described as combining corruption and power retention, posed an existential threat to Zimbabwe and could derail the country's development for 15 years if left unchecked. He called on citizens to defend the Constitution against what he termed as a carnival of bandits and criminals. And that is what Biti said regarding to the whole situation in Mutodi. And he was saying that there was nothing new what Mutodi said on X regarding to what George Gwamatanga. Zvinhu zvakamutumbuta wana Auditor General, and in his report, Gwamatanga in 2024 he paid $2 billion to companies, to contractors, and out of that $2 billion, dopines on Gwamatanga was almost like $1 billion, for his own pocket. And some of the transactions are right where Angus sanctions we see there. So which means the man was receiving kickbacks, even 10%, 20% from contractors, and he has quoted Mario very quick. You need to give us a certain percentage from that whole bill in the Ministry of Finance. So what Biti saying that there was nothing new with what Mutodi said here regarding to this whole issue of Gwamatanga. And so people are making money, people are having money, people are making money in Zimbabwe. So that's Zimbabwe, no matter whatsoever. Once we're going to link remarriage, so people are making money. People in Zimbabwe have money. That's why in the diaspora, when you come to Zimbabwe, you'll be shocked. Because money $10,000 in Zimbabwe is nothing. People are buying my things about $20,000 without even blink an eye, because money in Zimbabwe, but if you're in the diaspora, for you to raise $20,000, it's a lot of money. But in Zimbabwe, imali yekuti munhu angotongoibata within a month or so. Due to what? Due to corruption, due to some deals anenge achiitika. So don't be fooled with that. People are really making money. People are making money in Zimbabwe. So what we tell you, citizens, they need to talk about this. Citizens, they need to defend the constitution against bandits, criminals who have captured the government. And so now carry corruption here. And so guys, got it in the comment section here. This is daily news, breaking news, everyday news. I'll say this is what we call a long chat, a long discussions. And remember, guys, you are free to comment in the comment section. You are free to comment in the comment section what we need to improve, whatsoever. Anything you want to add or subtract, you guys, you are free to comment in the comment section. My name is Prince, and remember to like, share, comment, follow us everywhere on all our social media platforms. We are everywhere. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are also here on our YouTube channel. We are at Sangane Panapa, the Tower Panapa. So magistrates have been warned by the Justice Committee, to stop granting bail too easy. And I don't know that you want to talk about here in a magistrate, Bakupa Ranu, my bails. We've seen that so many serious cases are being given my bails since we seek it. And bail was and the pharmacy munanga kasungwa serious case was on bail. And so the Judicial Service Commission, which is the JCS, is warned magistrates over in the improper granting of bail to suspected criminals without fully considering the circumstances of each case. In a memo dated 23 September 2025, Chief Magistrate Wangai Guiriro expressed concern that some magistrates are granting bail simply because prosecutors do not oppose it. Guiriro stressed that magistrates must carefully analyze all details of a case before deciding on bail, regardless of whether a prosecutor has agreed. The memo also raised